Okay, here we are today with the Rebelle Secrets and Spies Arrow Revolution bow. First things first, let's go over what you get in the box. You obviously get the bow itself, and you get 6 of these Rebelle arrows. Now, these are Gen 2 arrows, and what that means is the tip hasn't changed, but what has changed is on the back here, instead of being a foam, now this is rubber, and it is much more durable and doesn't feel like you're going to rip it off. With the old arrows, what I'm doing right now would have completely ripped the thing off and the arrow would have been useless. Much more durable with this design. Good update. Good job, Hasbro. Now, switching back over to the bow itself, one thing that I noticed immediately was compared to the Agent bow from last year, they have changed what the bow is strung with. The Agent bow had a latex tubing string, and this bow has more of a elastic bungee cord kind of thing, like on the crossbolt or the the Courage crossbow. So, just something. And it is painted right here to help you know where to put the arrow, right there in between for good shots. But now, coming back around, other feature of the bow, it has a sight here in the middle. That's the circular bit, so that way you can help aim. Not quite as neat as the laser sight on the Agent bow, but certainly gets the job done. And of course, the main feature of the Arrow Revolution bow is this big hulking thing on the side, which is the built-in quiver. And so what you do is you load it up. It's got spaces for 6 arrows, and they just kind of click in there, and the tips rest on that freewheeling front bit. That loaded up, and then the last one, actually, with how it's positioned, I can't really get the last one in, or here, advance it one, then load onto the back. Okay, so that's all 6 arrows loaded, and then the auto quiver operates with this trigger here on the grip, and so the idea is ready to go, and you want an arrow, so you pull the trigger. That drops the arrow into place, and then because it is a bow, very simple, pull back and shoot operation. And it is designed so the plastic back here is shaped to cup the tip of the arrow, so you can't draw it any further back than that. But then, yeah, it's just pull back and release. I'm not going to do that inside because I'll manage to destroy something in my apartment, I'm sure, with the arrows. But anyway, so now with the quiver here, you can just keep quickly reloading on that time. That is something I've noticed. If you go too quickly, on one trigger pull, it dumped 2 arrows. So now there should be an arrow, and then last one. That kind of looks funny because I didn't shoot any of them, but so much quicker reloading than on the Agent bow, so that's a nice feature there, other than you do have to be careful to not accidentally load multiple arrows at the same time. But now, one thing that makes a little iffy on the bow, not a huge deal, but the coolest feature also ends up leading to the biggest downfall of this bow, which is you have to have this gap, of course, for the arrows to slot in off the quiver. But that leads to a little bit of a structural integrity issue. As you'll notice, if I start moving the string around, you can see that the bow arms flex considerably because it's not connected. And so now when you're actually using it, you're drawing straight back, and so that kind of alleviates the issue. The arms don't flex to the side if you're drawing straight back. But still, it does lead, when you're using the bow, it feels a little unstable because of that. Not a huge deal, just something to be aware of. But of course, that now brings us to, what are the ranges? Most important thing. And definitely head on over to the range test video up on the channel where we take this out into the real world and see how it fares with these arrows. There you go, the Arrow Revolution bow. As always, thanks for watching.